You got Daytona, you got Indianapolis, and, well, you got the Champlain Valley Fair. These racers just began moments ago here at the fairgrounds at the racetrack. They're trying to win a total purse of $4,200. It is a cold night in Burlington, but a perfect night to start week 8 of the high school football season in Vermont. It is Lake Monster's opening day, its 3rd year as a Lake Monster. How excited are you to be back on the mound?
I'm very excited. It's an honor to pitch here. It's an honor to play here in front of such a great crowd.
It is a beautiful day here from Virtue Field. The gates just open and fans are starting to pour in at the gates behind me. It looked like Mount Mansfield was going to win that game in regulation. They had a 3-2 lead late. And then U32 with just 2 seconds on the clock. It was Tay Rossmassler tied the game. You could hear they're getting their awards right now behind me. Is U32, who in double overtime, they came back, put 48 shots on net, and won this game by a final of 4-3. Lake Placid is buzzing and as busy as it's been in over 40 years since that 1980 Olympic Games. Of course, the 2023 FISU World University Games opening ceremony finished up just about an hour and a half ago. You did mention the weather challenges. There have been some rain, but a lot of snow. You even are expecting more snow later on in the weekend. How's the turnout been so far, though?
It's been good.
When I took the first few jabs from Cora Thomas inside the boxing ring, I could feel the strength. But don't take my word for it, take her trainers.
When I held hand pads the first time, it was like, this girl's got real power. Like, you don't see boys 14, 15 years old hitting like that. She's an 11-year-old girl hitting like that. So you knew she had something right off the bat. You could tell.
Cora is now 16 years old and hitting even harder. In early February, the BFA St. Albans Junior competed in Missouri for her 2nd national championship in 2 years, and she won.
I always go into fights like, this girl's good, but I'm better. Like, I can easily beat this, and I just go back to all of my training and how far I've come.
A love of boxing started only 5 years ago when Cora's mom brought her and her younger sister for an after-school activity to bond, but just for fun, quickly evolved into competition.
Cora has been an athlete from the day she was born. We weren't surprised that she was good at boxing.
Good at boxing is a little modest. Cora won the first competition she was ever in, the 2018 New England Silver Gloves Tournament, then won it 3 more times. She was a runner-up in the national event twice, but placed first last year and repeated in 2023.
The journey's been incredible to see a 15-year-old girl and a 16-year-old girl win a national championship in a state that has very limited boxing opportunities.
The luck of proximity. Her family lives a short drive from the fitness zone in St. Albans. At 11 years old, Cora began to train with the Rail City Boxing Club with 2 coaches.
When we met Luke and Hans, it's more than being a boxing coach. They've invested in her personally. They're both friends with our family. They care deeply. I'm already crying. They care deeply about her. You can edit this, right, dude?
With a team committed to their boxing prodigy and several regional championships under her belt, the next step towards Cora's first national championship last year was maintaining the correct weight for her 119-pound weight class.
Were you really at 119 pounds exactly like that?
I was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, exact, right on the dot. I weighed myself in and I had just my socks on, and I was actually 119.2. And I took my socks off and I got back on the scale 119 even. It was the most amazing experience. I've never been so happy in my life.
This year, she moved up to the 125-pound weight class, and in the championship knocked off the top-ranked boxer at that level. She won in 3 rounds, relying on one of her favorite moves.
I really enjoy body shots. I love body shots.
What was that like to see her win that?
As her father, super proud. As a coach, equally as proud. And Hans is a great friend, so both of us standing on the ring apron and having her name announced was pretty awesome.
A passion can take you far, but just how far does head trainer Hans Olsen think Cora can go?
If boxing's a route that she wants to take further, the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit, honestly, competing at a national level with the best in the country.
And while this is her plan, Cora is grateful for what boxing has given her and her fellow competitors, and she'll continue to take her best shot. Cora Thomas is on a 6-match win streak. She hasn't lost since February 2020, and I will be the first to say, don't get in her way. A longtime Catamount sniper is now a professional hockey player. After starring for the UVM women's hockey team, Theresa Schafzahl is taking her talents north of the border. She's the newest member of the Montreal Force.
I feel like even next year, I'm not gonna, like, if someone asks me what my job is, I don't think I would say I'm like a professional hockey player. I don't know, it just like sounds weird. But I mean, probably I should say that because it is my job now.
The Austrian-born forward signed a 2-year deal on Wednesday.
3 things that I was looking at when I was bringing a player was maturity, size, and goal-scoring ability. She fit those 3 things.
That won't surprise Catamount fans. After all, what she did on the ice over the last 5 seasons is nothing short of remarkable. I know you said it's not about the records for you, but we can't just ignore the records. You broke the all-time goals record. You broke the all-time assists record. That means you broke the points record. Clearly you enjoyed being in the green and gold. Just like what? Seeing your name at the top of those record books, it has to bring you some kind of joy that you came here and you did your job.
Coming in, I think like not a lot of people probably would have thought that I could become such an impactful player here. So that's probably something it's not the record that I'm proud of, but it's like how much I've improved and how much I know how much work I've put in.
UVM head coach Jim Plumer knows exactly why the Force recruited Schafzahl so heavily.
One of the things that they really liked about her is they called her a puck hound. And she loves to have the puck on her stick, and she does great things with it, but she's so competitive without the puck. And I think she's an elite playmaker. I think she's an elite finisher, and she's an elite grinder too. She's not afraid to go in the corner and win a battle for a puck. And I think you very rarely get to see people that have sort of all 3 of those components.
Her competitiveness led to a program-leading 14 game-winning goals, capped off during the Catamounts conference quarterfinal game in February.
Schafzahl from the circle, a shot, she scores! Theresa Schafzahl in overtime!
When I saw that goal, I said, we need to do everything that we need to do to bring her here. She got top 6 talent, that's for sure, for any team in the league.
The Force are in their 2nd year in the Premier Hockey Federation, or PHF. Schafzahl says the management and coaches made Montreal feel like home. Of course, being so close to Burlington didn't hurt either.
I'm just like grateful that there is something like that out there now for like all the other girls and women too, because it's just such a huge step, and I think it's really going to push women's hockey forward.
And she's ready to step on the ice with her teammates this fall.
I'm going to do everything on the ice to make the team as good as possible. I want to contribute offensively and score some goals and make plays. I'm actually really hopeful that we're going to have a great year, but also off the ice, I'm excited just to make good connections with the teammates, but also with other members of the community, just to be engaged there in Montreal.
I think that's going to make her a force for the Force.
A force to be reckoned with. Theresa not only going up to Canada to play hockey, she's also going to get a graduate degree in international business. Wow. Hey everyone, we'll start tonight at Gutterson Fieldhouse. The Vermont men's hockey team looking to ride the momentum of a pair of wins last weekend into tonight's game against the 16th-ranked Merrimack Warriors. And the offense was wild for a packed house tonight. The Warriors toss the puck on net, kicks off the Vermont goalie Gabe Carrier right to a Merrimack stick. The rebound potted by Mick Messner to take a 1-0 lead 6.5 minutes in. About 5 minutes later, the Cats are on the power play. Isaac Walter gets a point-blank chance, swing and a miss, followed by the goal to tie the game. Now to the penalty kill. Vermont's Will Zappernick goes on a solo rush up ice, enters the zone, and snipes high on the goalie. Cats take the lead 2-1. That's 2 goals on 2 shots for Vermont. But then the second period starts and Merrimack is angry. Sharp angle shot on goal, rebound, finds the back of the net. Ben Brar with the goal. Then, just like Vermont, the Warriors are a man down and Alex Jeffries finds himself on a partial breakaway. He finds a hole in the goalie and Merrimack takes a 3-2 lead. They add one more second period goal on a beautiful tip off the stick of Ben Brar. And that is his second goal of the game. And they take down the Catamounts 4-2. These teams go again tomorrow night.